んなこと聞いてもええか。お前、やっぱ光ちゃうやろ。
A fun, thrilling horror anime adaptation is hard to come by but not impossible. And to prove that comes the announcement of an anime adaptation for the manga series, The Summer Hikaru Died, which will premiere in summer 2025 with Ryohei Takeshita, who directed Ero Manga Sensei, Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night, and much more, will be directing this anime at Cygames Pictures and overseeing the series scripts. This manga has had its share of accolades, where it was nominated for the 16th Manga Taisho Awards, nominated for the Best US Edition of International Material Asia category. Further, the New York Public Library listed this manga as part of its best books list for teens in 2023 and was also made the American Library Association's 2024 list of great graphic novels for teens. The story follows two boys that lived in a village, Yoshiki and Hikaru. The two did everything together until the day Hikaru was encompassed by a mysterious light and comes back as Hikaru, but not quite the same. Soon enough, Yoshiki finds out that Hikaru has been possessed by an otherworldly entity, forcing him to navigate their changed relationship amid supernatural dangers. What follows is the now Hikaru 2.0 and Yoshiki, who now knows that this isn't the Hikaru he knew, and the aftermath in terms of emotions, as the plot blends psychological horror, emotional drama, and supernatural elements to deliver a deeply unsettling yet captivating story. What the series mainly does is explore the metaphorical and literal death of someone close to you. For Yoshiki, the Hikaru he knew has now been replaced by something or someone, which while sparks a grief for someone who may not even be gone in the traditional sense, but his very presence, talking and acting like the Hikaru he knew, plays into the themes of denial and the human desperation to cling to familiarity in the face of overwhelming loss. This psychological horror, very different from just plain horror, is what the series executes very well, portraying Yoshiki's internal conflict and his understandable refusal to let go of Hikaru 2.0, which drives the narrative forward. There's another layer to the plot, as this just isn't a psychological horror, but also a psychological boys' love horror, although not explicitly labeled as so. Apart from focusing on what the hell is Hikaru 2.0, we also have Yoshiki's feelings of tumult, the feelings he harbored for Hikaru, and this creature's willingness to answer them, as we often see Hikaru 2.0 insist that he needs Yoshiki, with a habit of making comments that could easily be misinterpreted as declarations of love. Not to mention several teasing innuendos, which I didn't like, as the horror was most certainly good, but at the same time perverse, which does add a new flavor I haven't had before, but so far is certainly not how I want my horror plated. But you do not have to overly worry, as it's not explicit as a BL would be. What I did like was the characters, especially Hikaru 2.0, who is certainly not Hikaru and is certainly something or someone unnerving, but is not as simple as just a horrific monster, but also something that has a backstory of vulnerability and loneliness, who is desperately seeking Yoshiki's love. With a tone that is melancholic, a village that seems to be hiding secrets, and a being that shouldn't exist is all highlighted by some excellent artwork that perfectly captures Yoshiki's wide-eyed terror, Hikaru's cold, unnatural smiles with light and shadow playing critical roles, and character designs that for once look great and new. All in all, The Day Hikaru Died is a masterful blend of psychological horror, emotional drama, and coming-of-age storytelling. It explores universal themes of grief, change, and the fear of the unknown through an unsettling, ambiguous narrative that does have some BL in subtext. The relationship between Yoshiki and Hikaru is both heartwarming and haunting, making the viewers question how far they would go for someone they love, especially when that person may no longer be who they once were. Perfect for fans of slow burn horror that lingers in the mind, combining beautiful art with a gripping and chilling tale. If you enjoyed this video, then do consider subscribing to my channel for more.